Hey guys, it's Jedd here from Disrupt Tutoring, and as always, it's such a pleasure to join you. Today we've got a perimeter question of a rectangle. So I'm going to get straight into it. They've said to us that the perimeter of a rectangle is 46 centimeters, and they've said if the length is 2x plus 5 and the breadth is x plus 6, then we should calculate the area of the rectangle. So whenever we get a question like this, the first thing I would always do is to draw out the rectangle just so we know exactly what we're dealing with. So we know a rectangle is a shape that has two pairs of equal sides. All right, and they've said to us specifically that the length is 2x plus 5. So we know that the length is 2x plus 5 centimeters. And we know that the breadth is going to be x plus 6 centimeters. Okay, and I'm going to just pop those in brackets just so that we know that whole thing is in centimeters for both of them. Now they've also said to us, guys, that the perimeter of the rectangle is 46 centimeters. Now our goal is to try and calculate what the area of the rectangle is. Now how would we do that? The first thing we need to try and do, guys, is we need to try and calculate what this x equals. And the way we would do that is we would develop our own equation using all of the information that they've given us. So let's build our own algebraic equation for perimeter. And we know the perimeter of a rectangle is simply equal to the length plus the breadth plus the breadth. That would give us the whole distance around the rectangle. Now we can write that in a simpler way by saying 2 times the length plus 2 times the breadth. Now we can plug in some of the values that we know. So they've said to us the perimeter is 46 centimeters, so we can put a 46 where the P is. And we can then put in our length and breadth. I see I've written a little mistake there. I'm just going to correct that to a B, so for breadth. Now, let's subs in our length. So length will be placed where that L is. So it's going to be 2 times 2x plus 5. All right, so that's going to be substituted in our length. And then we've got, for breadth, we're going to substitute in our x plus 6. Okay, so now we need to try and get rid of these brackets. But if we look inside the brackets, we can see that we've got unlike terms. So we can't get rid of the brackets by calculating what is in the brackets. So we need to get rid of these brackets by using our distributive law and timesing the 2 for both of the brackets into those brackets. So we're going to have 46 equals, so 2 times 2x is going to be 4x, 2 times 5 is going to be plus 10, 2 times x is going to give us plus 2x, and then 2 times 6 is going to give us 12. So simply, guys, we have multiplied in those 2's and we have been given these 4 terms as a result. Now what are we going to do? We're going to identify our like terms and we're going to simplify those like terms. So it's going to be 46 equals the 4x plus the 2x gives us 6x, and the 10 plus 12 gives us 22. All right. Now we can then try and isolate this x by moving the 22 to that side. How would we do that? We would minus 22 on that side, and we would do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to give myself some space, and I'm going to carry on up here, so follow me. So we're going to say, right, the 46 minus 22 is going to give us 24. So we're going to have 24 on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side, we're going to be left with the x. What's nice about this now is we can see that 6 is going to go perfectly into 24. You typically know you're on the right track when you can divide without a remainder. So we're going to now divide both sides by the 6, and that's going to leave us with 4 is equal to x. And that's the first part of the job done. Now we need to take that x and we need to plug it back into our breadth and our length in order to calculate the area that they've asked us for. So now let's put that 4 back in. So if we look over here and we put the 4 back in over there, we know that the breadth is going to equal 10 centimeters. And if we look over here and we put in our 4 where that x is, we know that that is going to be 2 times 4 is 8 plus 5 is simply 13. So now we've got everything we need. So we've got 13 centimeters. We've got everything we need now. We can move on to calculating our area. So the area is simply equal to length times breadth. We have calculated that the length is 13. So we're going to pop a 13 in there. And we've calculated that our breadth is 10. So we're going to put a 10 over there. And that's going to give us 13 times 10. We just simply add a 0 onto the 13 is going to give us 130 centimeters squared. Really nice job, guys. Hopefully that helps. That's all from me. Before I go, a very special thank you to our sponsors for making this video possible. Remember, we've got lots more videos on our website. If you can't find the answer to the question that's plaguing your nightmares, remember you can send it to us and we will respond with a personalized video. Until then though, guys, stay epic.